Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking on this video. I appreciate it so much. All right, today I want to talk about something, and that is what to do when you discover you are a toxic person. When you discover you are the toxic person in your relationship. Previously on this channel, we've talked about how to know toxic people, the disadvantages of toxic people, and we've talked about some another thing about toxic people. This time around is, what if you find out that you are the toxic person? What do you do about it? Without wasting time and without going round this matter, the truth of the matter is, if you find out you are the toxic person in a relationship, all you need to do is you need to stop being toxic. You need to change. And then that's very easy to say, but that's not very easy to implement. I said it's not very easy to implement because, you see, if you've been toxic, you have in your mind, you think you have a level of control over the other person. You think you have a level of control over the relationship, and you have a false sense of superiority over the relationship, and then you trying to change from being toxic is kind of letting your guards down, and that's why it becomes very challenging for some toxic people to actually change. But then, if you've discovered you are toxic and you really want to change, you're tired of being toxic, you are tired of affecting your relationships negatively. One, the first thing is that you've actually accepted, you've actually realized that you have been toxic. Secondly, you need to truly repent about your toxicity, like truly be sorry for the fact that you've been toxic. When you are really sorry, like from your heart, you're not just pretending, not just that somebody talked you into wanting to change, or but you've really realized that you're toxic and you're like, oh my god, so I've been this toxic, I've been this way, and you're really sorry, you really feel bad about it. Then that is a very good step. Once you've repented, once you've realized you are really, really sorry that you have been toxic, then you are on the path to being a changed person. Now that you've realized, now that you've repented, the next step is you take very practical steps. Talk about it with those you've been toxic to. Let's say your partner, you can call your partner and talk with the person. You know how you put it. You can even say, I know this may be embarrassing to me, but then I've discovered that I actually value you, and I actually value our relationship much more than my ego, or much more than my toxicity. I've realized that I've actually been toxic towards you. I've realized that I've been a toxic person. I'm so sorry. I really wonder how you've been coping all this while. Please, I'm sorry about it. From now henceforth, I really want to be a changed person. I know it might not be easy, but then I'm determined to be a changed person. Now, it's not in every case, it's not in every situation you may be able to discuss this with the person involved. For example, if you realize that you've been toxic at your workplace or in different places, it could even be at church or anywhere, you may not really have to start going to meet people one-on-one, except there's actually someone you hurt personally that is still hurting from whatever you did. But then in a situation where it's just kind of a general thing, you discovered you've been toxic wherever you go to, all you need to do, you talk to yourself, talk to God about it. Okay, talk to God about it. Tell God that you've realized that you are toxic, and whatever the reason is, it may be from past hurts, it may be from different things, it may just be that it's your temperament, your personality, but you've realized you're toxic and you don't want to continue that way. And the truth is, you can't just change on your own, because this is how you've lived your life all these years. This is how you've lived your life thus far. You pray, talk to God about it, tell him that please he should help you. You want to stop being toxic. And then there's another prayer point you can put in here. You can tell God to give those you've hurt the heart to forgive you, because sometimes forgiveness is not easy. You may be working with people, you might be living with people, you might still be in constant communication with people, but still they may be hurting. Yes, they might still be deeply affected by the things you've done to them. So you need to talk to God. You say, God, please heal those hearts I have hurt. Heal those people I have wounded with my toxic behavior. Heal their hearts. Give them the power. Give them the grace to forgive me truly. And also help me, God, not to hurt them again. Help me not to be toxic to them again. Lord, give me the grace to turn around from being a toxic person into a sweet person. When you pray this prayer, honestly, when you pray this prayer sincerely from your heart, trust me, a change will happen. And it doesn't just stop at praying, you take practical steps. For example, when you are relating with those people, naturally, when certain things happen, you may feel the urge to react the toxic way you usually react. But when that urge comes, you have to deliberately, you have to say, no, I'm not going to act this way. When they say love is a decision, not just love, almost every action we take is a decision. At that point, you feel like you need to act this way. If it's someone that usually beats his partner or beats her partner, yes, it happens. So if it's someone like that, when that urge to raise your hand and lay it come, you decide not to. Instead, you talk about it. Instead, you do any other thing. Instead, you start, if possible, start praying at that point, but you decide not to do it. You are in control of yourself. So you can decide not to do it. And not just are you in control of yourself, remember, you've prayed about it. So God is there to help you. So you have to work hand in hand with God to stop that behavior. If you are someone that is used to saying abusive words, if you are someone that is used to manipulating people with your behavior, even with your silence, you have to deliberately decide not to do that. Instead, you communicate in a very healthy way with your partner or with the people you are involved with daily. And trust me, that will be better. Another point is this: don't feel like, oh, I'm losing my respect, I'm losing my control. Because when you decide to stop being toxic, that means you're creating room for your partner and for those who are involved with you daily to be free with you. And that's makes it look like, oh, you're losing your control, you're losing your respect. No. For example, if your partner wasn't free enough to say, I don't like this. I don't like this. Because you were toxic before. Now that you're working on not being toxic, bear it in mind that that person will be able to say, oh, I don't like what you did. Can't we do with this? And you may start feeling like really, who gave you the guts to even say something like this? No, when that feeling comes, you should know that that shows that that person is becoming more relaxed with you, and that is the right thing. It is not proper for someone to be with you and not be able to share their mind, not to be able to say their opinion, not to be able to tell you how they feel about your behavior. Whenever you see people are so scared, so careful, so whatever, when they're around you, it indicates that you might be a very toxic person, and that is not good. People around you should be able to tell you how they feel. Your family, your friends, your colleagues should be able to talk with you freely. They should be able to crack healthy jokes with you, and you don't feel insulted, you don't feel bad. And when I say healthy jokes, it doesn't mean that if someone insults you or someone treats you badly, you won't do, or you won't also air your own view. No, but people should be free, should have a level of freedom around you. So when you are working on not being a toxic person, you should be able to accommodate people, and you should be able to accommodate people's opinion. In short, there is a whole lot that can be talked about working on yourself as a toxic person. But the truth is, it all boils down to you. You ask yourself, what do you want? Do you want to keep living this way? And it's actually stressful being a toxic person, do you know? Because you're always trying to keep up with that toxicity. You're always trying to keep up with that false sense of respect, false sense of authority, false sense of this. But when you release, when you let your guard down, people are able to relate with you, and you relate to them. You enjoy life. Life is all about relationships. And then how do you enjoy your relationship when you are bent on being a toxic person? So learn to just be free with people and have people free with you. Learn to apologize. Learn to apologize. And then there is something, if you're a toxic person, definitely there is something your partner or the people around you complain of very often. You need to look into that. You need to look into that. If you are someone that has been cheating on your partner, you need to stop it. If you are someone that has been abusing your partner either physically, emotionally, or in any other aspect, you need to stop it. You just need to stop it. Work on it. Imagine your partner being happy and you being happy. Do you know that good relationships prolong life? Yes, it does. It prolongs life. So I don't know why you should be bent on being toxic. So you should actually work on it. I really have a lot to say on this, but then I'm mindful of this video being so long. So if I feel the need for a part two to this video, then definitely I'll do it. But if after everything I feel that this has handled the topic very well, then you know that maybe I'll just stop here. So please, a lot of us have become toxic, and sometimes it's not really your fault. Some people became toxic because they mingled with toxic people, because they stayed with toxic people, and therefore they learned toxicity. Yes, and sometimes in the bid to defend themselves against toxic people, they became toxic. But if you find out that for whatever reason, whether it's your natural temperament, whether it is as a result of the things you faced in life, whether it's as a result of the people you've related with in the past, or with those you are even relating with now, if you've discovered you've become a toxic person, you really need to stop being toxic right away so that you can enjoy your relationships and also enjoy a good life. Enjoy what it feels like being loved and loving others. So, I hope this video is helpful. If you find this video helpful, do share it to other people. It might help someone, it might encourage someone to look into their lives and know how well to adjust their lives. Thank you for watching this video. See, I appreciate your support and I don't take it for granted. I'm really glad you are here. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. God bless you all. Happy new moon to you all. I wish you the best of this February 2022, and I wish you the best of your life every day. Thank you for watching. God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye.